Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Uh, uh, I'm Professor Iqbal from Bangladesh, Islamic University, Bangladesh. Thanks to the Istanbul Foundation for Science and Culture for organizing this August ceremony, and actually gave me the opportunity for this sort of in this program to deliver something about the Risale-i Nur'da. Actually, you the people are the stakeholder to learn and say something about Risale-i Nur'da. We are so far and far actually from the hard land and from place of Risale-i Nur'da and the Ustaz Nursi. We learn Nursi actually from his books and from his some sort of followers, those who are actually waving all over the world for spearheading the teaching of Risale-i Nur'da. Today I'll discuss about a tribulation, a remedy of human, in general as a whole human in Risale-i Nur'da, an observation. The people of the universe always think how they will get a tranquility and love to departure. They think how it becomes misfortunate of struggle and impediment. Religious beliefs, one of the trophies among the ways to keys away from the mental trauma syndrome. It's actually known in the Western world MTS. Islam has a golden history in civilization and culture. Prophet Muhammad was changed the day of ignorance and challenges of all ambiguities against humanity at that time. But nowadays, Islam in a catastrophic disaster due to its strict and high-cost sectarian groups that are theologically and culturally exclusive from pluralistic attitude in internal and external affairs of the world. Extreme belief and belonging, social, economic, and religious explanation are really threatened and truly problematical for humanistic world that we observe nowadays. Mustahid of Islam, our Ustaz Nursi's all activities and action has written in Risale-i Nur'da in the light of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu teachings and pathway for a peaceful and multicultural world. Islam has huge source, remove tribulation for the mind of human and from the society as well. Lighthouse of the era, Nursi belief, sparing humanistic combination, combined education, reducing sectarian groups, enhancing humanitarian works, advancing spirituality and propaganda against sectarianism in Islamic society and Islamic world, protect Islam from religious trauma. We will try to explore some points for Muslim believers to enhancing their capacity against mental and physical tribulation in the light of Risale-i Nur'da. If we obey and following methods, then the world will become actually pathfinder for any sort of human integration. Actually, this is I think that this is a big article. If I go through to read out, then it will take more time. Then I'll just summarize. This article actually based on Damascus sermon. Actually, this is one of the lectures that I observed in the history of the world. This is one of the iconic lecture deliberation at the time of transition of the Muslim world in 1911 and the early 20th century. Then, the world on trance, the Ottoman empire going to be fallen, and the imperialistic attitude of the world gone through the capture whole Muslim land, even Far East, Southeast, even the all African areas. At that time, the Muslims was on frustration, was is very much frustration about their identity, about how they will go. There wasn't any sort of leader. Actually, they didn't get how they follow them. And that time, our Ustaz Nurchi actually delivered this sort of humble and pragmatic deliberation in actual Damascus mosque. This is one of the imperial and iconic lecture. Some scholars said, as some people said, the lecture is really influencing the Muslims' mind. So there is just some sort of points actually. The especially 6 point that we the point out. This is one of the major things. The 6 point we knows. I think that the people knows better even than me. The 6 point actually I do not disclose. This 6 point actually one of the rising of the hopelessness. This is one of the major things that is in my first deliberation, that this is one of the major things, that hopelessness, the people's, the death of truthfulness. This is very important, the death of truthfulness. This is actually even nowadays actually going on in the Muslim world. So that is the short. The second one is the lot of enmity. The shortage of knowledge that is really combined within a belief in belonging. And this position, and the last one is the everything surrounded an individual, that is the personal benefit. This is one of the major things that is he said, and influence our nations. Even this is only the lecture of Damascus, but it's alarming. It's alarming that time, and for the upcoming generation. This is one of the major alarm for the nation if they want to go further down. Because that time the Muslim was under catastrophic disaster. That time they carried off. That first of all, he said actually the hope is one of the major thing, because the time the Muslim was in 19. We remind that time was 1991. What happening about the Ottoman Empire, inside the Ottoman Empire, and even that time we was under the Ottoman Empire in Bangladesh, and the Southeast Asia, and the South Asia. Both of we was under the empire. But the what happening in the end of the Caliph Abdul Hamid, and how they closed the Ottoman Empire, and how this country began as a democratic republic. And that was one of the problems. There's the problem of hope, problem of belief. One of the major problems even nowadays, how we'll go further down, how we'll strongly face anything, because we have some sort of dilemma. Our Ustaz say this is one of the major things even nowadays. He said, "La taknadu," with the people always under the blessings of Allah. Why will I go to frustration? It says, "La taknatu min rahmatillah. Inna Allah yakfir zunuba jamian." We the people, and we have some sort of sickness. We have some sort of, but Allah always asks. We need some sort this sort of strong belief. But this nowadays even we have under the frustration, how we'll go actually, who will our leader, how will actually go through for united the ummah. But this is one of the major things. Even the second thing is this is this is one sort of the part of the frustration. I don't know, always the lackings, always the behind of like, we'll go further down, or we'll stand here, or we'll go behind. This is one of the major problem. Even nowadays, even in my country, I think that I don't know actually what's happened in Turkey. Nowadays, we are hopeful about Turkey. They want to strictly even go to want to back out from disappear now. Even about Myanmar, what's happened inside of the Myanmar about Rohingya people. The president of Turkey strongly, said little bit speech, but rest of the Muslim countries, the leader of the Muslim countries, what sort of, they are on dilemma. They have some sort of disappear. Whether will go here and there. This is one of the major problem. This is another thing, one of the major things is, we are out of the colonized now. But from inside of our mind, actually, we need to clarify: we are under colonized or not? Because our landscape, that is the dispute settlement of the world, that is nowadays already going on. Even everything find out and declared by the colonization. Even Far East, from Indonesia to even at yet. Everything, demarcated by the colonized. But is it actually in favor of, the Muslim world or not? This is one of the major problem. This is one of the major problem for us. So the third solution, he said, that this is one of the major problem from ourselves, from our individual. Also, this is a collective. This is collective spirit. This is a truthfulness. This is in the world ranking of what we see nowadays. Even this is a very contemporary lecturer that I said. Always the present instance. We are in our country, not in our country, the whole of the Muslim world. This is one of the lacks. The corruption. The individual truthfulness is really questionable. Is really questionable in everywhere. Instead of good governance, we say not Western world, but we say as well. Inna sadqa yahdi ila al-birri. This is the term of good governance in Islam. Yahdi ila al-birri. But what happened in the day in our Muslim country, in our mind, even actually, with the people, actually, what is that said the last word of our Ustad Nursi? We are gone everything for breaking it for our own self. This is one of the major problem. But we do not socialize our truthness individually. Another was love each other. Love means always say assalam. That you say this is a speech of love. This is our Prophet said. If you say each other, if you say even if you talk other one with smile, it is a matter of sawab. But what I think that it's, this sort of culture we forget. That is said our ustads. We need to regain it. We need to enhancing our the fifth solution. The enhancing our mounting our stronging our mind spirit. That is this is one of the major things. The sixth one is a mutual consolation. The mutual consolation. This is said in the Holy Quran, in the Noble Quran. وَأَمْرُ بَيْنَهُمْ. This is one of the spirit of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even our sahabis, they're asking, even they're strongly argument. They'll argue with our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We saw that there's a huge instance in the Hadith and in the Holy Quran, in the Noble Quran. So this is where we are going to do actually. What we are going to do for a solution for enhancing our capacity, this from enhancing our catastrophic disaster. this is one of the major thing, because the majorly Muslim world known as a third world, in state of economy due to the poverty. This is true. So we are always going on. We are always working only for enhancing our economic criteria, GDP. This is GDP. But our Ustad said no. This is not as the way of a remedy. Said the hardship actually is not a major problem. He said in 1991. Nowadays we say this debate already going on in the West and East, in the West developing countries. Only the poverty is only the problems now. If poverty is only the problem, then you say even developed countries nowadays on trace. Even some my Israeli friends or some American friends said we even didn't sleep every day because due to some sort of trance, some sort of frustration, we are already carried on. This is one of the major problem. But Musliman always said, Alhamdulillah, one of the major problem for avoiding the hardship or anything. This is this is one of the major thing. We come forward from the Holy Quran, from the Noble Quran, then the Noble Quran, the khawf, Jew, amwal, everything. This is not actually the matter for the Muslims, for their forward, and the way we want to explore the always every individual. We are responsible, each and everyone. If you want to get some sort of space, we need to work for unity. Do not avoiding on sort of problems. Within the problems, we need unity. We have some sort of problems of our sect. We have a problem of our the ideologies. Huge problems. But within the beliefs, within the Islamic beliefs, within the secular umbrella, within any sort of umbrella, how we'll go further down. We need to work for that, because we are the da'i. We do not actually wait in the technique of dawah, because Allah Rabbul Alamin, ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah wajadilhum. Wajadil means you will do your work, your dawah work in any sort of works. This is amr. This is worded. In any sort of field, you will fetch instead of a dawah, must be you will do dawah, because the world is divided into two ways, da'i and mad'u. We are the da'i, so we need to work, and for the coexistence, for dialogue. We need the whole world actually from the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. His Rabb of whole alam, for all peoples, the all human. We are the shuhada. We are the witness for whole world. So we the people means we the leader. We are the witness for all peoples, Muslim and non-Muslims. So actually we need to dialogue, to enhance the capacity, enhance the humankind. This all sort of things actually came throughout in Risale-i Nur'da. If you want to go through for the betterment of the world, for the betterment of the ummah, for the Islam, even for the present world, to face any sort of problems of the globalization, alhamdulillah, we need to go through to study the Risale-i Nur'da and anything. No East, no West. Islam is the best. This is true. I think that we will get some sort of solution from Risale-i Nur'da. Allah accept us. Of course, we want to work to the submission, to the rescue from any sort of awareness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, Allahumma takabbalna, Allahumma takabbal Jami al-Muslimin. Assalamu alaikum. Thanks to our chair. Thanks to everyone for patience hearing me, and to chairman to giving me the opportunity to deliver something. Thank you. Ma'assalam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.